Yo, what is going on, guys? On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at why the good men have just completely given up on dating. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's get right into the video.
I always say I get like a lot of attention from men, and I do, but I will say that I've like reached this point where I kind of scare men now, and I love it. Like I really love it. Like only the bravest of the brave or the stupidest of the stupid will come forward. Like a lot of men just don't talk to me. They'll stare at me, right? They'll think of me, but they don't talk to me. They don't fucking approach me. And I feel like it's a good thing. It's like I've reached a new level.
She brags about supposedly scaring men off and calls it a win. Then the same crowd wonders where all the men went. Scaring men away, first of all, scaring is a bad choice of word, but chasing them away exactly like this is how it continues to happen, that men don't approach you.
So here's my hot take on Dallas dating. Guys, ladies want to be approached, and they want to be approached out in the wild, okay? The ladies are showing up cute, right? We're showing up to the Katy Trail, to the restaurants, to the bars. We're all going to the same places, and Dallas is not a city of underachievers, right? People look good, but nobody is talking, and I don't know if it's because of you don't want to be a creep or fear of rejection, or dating apps have screwed us over so bad that we can't approach.
The thing that women don't understand here is that it's not actually fear, it is self-preservation. Why would a man risk being called a creep and ruining his career or his social life or anything like that? Why would a dude risk getting false accusations? And the list goes on and on, right? Like, they don't understand. They just think it's a fear rather than a move of self-preservation that men are making.
Research shows women love a bad guy, especially subclinical doses of psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism. Why on earth would we like those traits? Historically, people who carry these traits tend to be extremely powerful and of high status. Now, what about you good boys out there? We do like you when we're ready to start a family.
So the traits women swear they hate keep winning, and then the good guys get a pat on the head right at the end. Men worked out years ago which group actually gets picked by women, and a lot of them have decided to stop playing as a result.
You know what I want? I want men to bring back the art of approaching women. It's completely lost. I feel like men don't do it anymore. And I'm not talking about like those creepy guys that come up to you and like hit on you and they're gross and disgusting and it's like never a positive interaction. I'm talking about like normal day-to-day guys. Like a guy who just likes a girl, thinks she's pretty and walks up to her and just talks to her and creates conversation. It's just like this normal freaking conversation. I don't know what happened. I don't know what disconnected them, but I feel like so many more men have become terrified of rejection to the point where it has stunted them. I feel like, guys, if you were to approach more women, you guys would not get shot down as much as you think you would. Matter of fact, like I was approached at the grocery store by this really cute guy who just walked up to me and just like asked me a question and then just started talking to me. And because of that confidence, because he did that, it interested me so much that I was like, here's my number. Any other time, like if he had just walked by, I would have been like, whatever. But the fact that he went out of his way to do something like that impressed me. And so many women want that. Like masculine energy is supposed to be forward movement and action. You guys are supposed to lead. Like I feel like so many men have lost that.
She wants the normal guy to walk over and start talking. Let's be honest, these women do not want normal men at all. That same guy gets filmed and called a creep the second he tries it. Men didn't lose the skill, they watched what happened to the men who tried to use it.
I get hit on by white men way more than black guys. Black men don't really even approach me at all, and they don't even ask for my number or anything, but white men do. And it's so funny. Sometimes black men will crack jokes. They'll say things like, oh, you look like you only date white guys. I don't know what that means. Not really. I have an idea, but it's a silly thing.
Plenty of guys are still trying, so this is about which men approach her, not whether men approach at all usually. She's just keeping score by the type of man that does the approaching.
Men and men only. Why don't y'all approach women anymore? And if it don't apply, let it fly. This is for the men who don't approach women.
A song about men not approaching and not one line asking why. Nobody in it wonders what the women did to earn the silence in the first place.
So this is for all the men out there that are too afraid to approach women anymore in public. So instead of like trying to approach us with like a corny pickup line or like, hey, what up, girl? Instead, you can literally just look at her and ask like, hey, how are you doing? Do I have permission to flirt with you for a little bit? Because I can promise you, I don't care what you look like, if you come up to me and have the balls to ask me that, I'm going to immediately say yes. Now, I'm not usually a stranger dating kind of gal. I usually just stick with my dating apps that I'm comfortable with, like Circa, because that's a mutuals-based dating app, and their motto is like all mutuals and no strangers. So anybody that I'm matched with on there is pretty much within my inner circle or like slightly outside my inner friend circle. And while that's been working magically for me, I'm still open to random people approaching me out in public if they do it respectfully. If you think about it, you're pretty much asking the woman, like, is this okay to approach you? Or is this kind of approach okay? And as a woman, any woman is going to appreciate that because it's respectful. And that's all we ask.
It's super hilarious to me that women like this will try and give men advice on approaching women. First of all, it is a bad idea to approach women in public or women in general, realistically. And second of all, just because you say, oh, it's the pickup line that doesn't work or you need to use this particular strategy doesn't actually make it true. If a man is highly attractive, it really does not matter what he actually says. The woman will still like him anyway. Conversely, if you're highly unattractive or the women aren't interested in you, you could say the most perfect things and she still will not give a damn.
Can someone please explain to me why all the good guys or attractive guys that I see are either married or gay? I swear I'm gonna die alone.
The good men aren't all married, nor do they just like other dudes. They just stopped lining up for women who only notice them once they are taken.
Going off the back of my dating rant the other day, I have another point to make. Is anyone out here getting approached in public? Because I have never in my life been approached in public by a man. Like, never. And maybe that's embarrassing to admit, I don't care. But I'm just like, I don't want to be on the apps. But how else am I meant to meet people? Like, no one's asking for my number. What am I meant to do? Like, I don't think I'm unapproachable. But also, like, I have such a fulfilling life with my friends and girls that, like, I'm not going to male-centered spaces. I don't know.
Never been approached once, apparently, and her life with her friends is full. Both of those in the same breath say more than she...
But it's like, I just don't understand why, if a man is literally normal, he's taken, but there are women who are, like, so above average, and they're, like, so single. Like, it's actually insane. And being in business school, it is, like, truer than ever. Like, I've not met a single man who is normal, who is not in a, like, long-term ass relationship. And this was true when I was on the apps, too. When I was on the apps, if I met a guy who was good-looking, he was a jerk. But if he was good-looking and not a jerk, you guys, it's because he had just been broken up with. Like, he had just broken up with his girlfriend, like, a month ago, or she had broken up with him a month ago. He was newly single. And it's like they're single for such a short time before they get snapped up again so fast. And they're just never, like, single for a longer period of time. Like normal, good-looking, or average-looking men are just not single for any sort of extended period of time. Whereas, like, I know women who are single for years who are, like, such a catch. It's just so weird.
The reason why all of these quote-unquote attractive women stay single is a few reasons. First of all, they're often not as attractive as they think they are. And second of all, they oftentimes have ridiculous standards that no man is interested in meeting, and they chase a very small percentage of men. These men have absolutely no reason to commit to women whatsoever, and so the women cry and complain when they're single at 35 years of age. Meanwhile, they had options all along.
Here's a piece of advice. If you're a straight man at the airport, I want to see you in pants with some structural integrity. Don't want to see you in your comfies. That's not for you. I didn't sign up to leave the house and see you wearing joggers with a hole in it. Those things are for girls only. Please put on your jeans, khakis, J. Crew chinos. They're always on sale at the factory outlet. It's an epidemic and it's only getting worse. I've visited a lot of airports and it seems like as straight men we're taking creative liberties that we don't need to be taking. Why do you need to be comfy? It's a sight for sore eyes. You guys want to wear the pants in society? So wear the pants everywhere in the airport. And if you can't dress appropriately, as my girl Kamala Harris says, do not come, do not.
A lecture on what straight men are permitted to wear at the airport, aimed at the exact men that women wish would come and talk to them. Telling a guy everything about him is a wrong and a strange way to recruit him. No wonder the joggers stay home, and so does the person in them.
This is for the males of the human species specifically. Are you okay? Genuinely, are you okay? I decided to download a dating app like 2 weeks ago, and like, if people ever wonder why women are still single or now choosing to be single, are you okay? Some of the questions I get asked before even a hello, it's nice to meet you, makes me laugh because my response is always like, does that work for you in real life? Most of the time they're like, no. What makes you think it's going to work online? Like, hello?
I love how these women use hookup applications and then cry and complain when men try and hook up with them, by the way. Now, to be honest, I don't really believe the full extent of what this woman is saying here, but you can't be surprised when you go on dating applications and men are not actually interested in anything outside of hookups, because that is essentially what these apps have actually become.
Hello? Men, do better. Also, why does nobody actually want to get off of the apps and like meet? I finally had to be like, so are you ever going to ask me out on a date? Because what's going on? And then they get crazy. And then they tell me it's really hard to be a guy in the dating world because of all the money they have to spend. Is it? Is it hard? I was like, if that's your issue, I'll pay for my own fucking drink. Like, hello? Which I shouldn't have to. We shouldn't even have this conversation. Anyways, this could be longer than it needs to be, but like, are you okay?
Mocking a man for admitting that dating costs money is a very strange flex. Then she offers to cover her own drink like that settles it. He was being honest about a real expense. Honesty from a man keeps getting treated as a character flaw.
The thing that we should talk about is why men don't approach women anymore.
Because men have been told and taught over the responses that they've gotten that like, oh, it gives me the ick. Most girls are, they brush it. They tell us that they don't like it. You almost get like demonized for doing it now. So men are just like, all right, you don't want me to approach you, then I won't.
Somebody finally says it straight here. Men got demonized for approaching, so they stopped doing it. Quitting after enough punishment is not laziness. It is called learning. Punish a behavior long enough and the behavior will disappear.
One of my favorite things that I see on this app is non-single people telling us single people to get off the apps. The apps are terrible. Yeah, they are terrible. But they're like, go out, Oh yeah, girl, just get ready and go out. The guys will come approach you. Yeah, they're either weird or do nothing. There's no man that just walks up with like a cute funny line, like, I don't know, like a cute little pickup line. They don't do that anymore. They have no balls. Like, no balls. And I have these little cards that I made like back. I made a few videos ago about like, I made it to hand out at the Little Rock Marathon, and it's fine. I have those, so if I really want to make a move, I'll do that. But like, why aren't the men minning? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just find that really odd. They don't do anything. They just stare at you. They'll be in the corner like this. Like, am I supposed to do something about this? I thought you were a leader.
He wants a man to walk up with a confident line. Guys, please understand the lines that men use are not the issue here. You could be, like I said earlier, a very unattractive man and say whatever the hell is the best possible option, and you will still get treated terribly. At the end of the day, these women respond to who is attractive, and all of the extra crap comes after that.
As we approach June, I wanted to post just a gentle reminder that it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Now, as you all know, I'm not a man. And I know that I can never understand quite the mental toll and things that you guys carry silently. But I do with 100% absolute certainty know this. You are needed. You are loved. And your life matters more than you probably realize. So please don't take your life for granted. Please do not ever believe the lie that the people around you would be better off without you. This is simply not true. So, if you're struggling, please reach out. Tell someone around you, send the text, make the phone call. Let someone sit in the mud with you. Because the pure fact of the matter is we need you. We want you around. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Videos like this one are certainly pretty damn rare, guys. I will agree that most people do not care about men's mental health whatsoever, and honestly, you will rarely see videos like this one.
Okay, so when my friend and I go out, we don't get approached by men. And it's happened like a handful of times where we'll go out and we look nice, we're putting our best foot forward, we're fun, we're talkative, we laugh, the whole nine, okay? We don't get approached. We live in LA. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know if men in other parts of the country are different, but in LA, it feels like that just doesn't happen anymore. I don't know. I'm going to put a picture of us and you guys can see what we look like. I don't think like we're bad looking.
By her account, she and her friend do everything right, apparently, and still go home unapproached. These women think they do everything right, but usually that's not the case at all. And usually what it translates to is they are not getting approached by the men that they actually want.
Am I the only one who doesn't understand why people say that, like, you should only care about personality when it comes to, like, finding someone to date? Because I thought that, like, if you just like someone for their personality, that's just a friend. And the difference between a friend and someone that you want to be in a relationship with is that you like their looks and personality. Like my friend, like, my best friend, she has an amazing personality, but, like, I'm not attracted to her, which is why she's my friend. Because it's like, I don't know, like, am I missing something?
Attraction needs looks and personality together, which is the same honest thing that men get shamed for saying. A man with a standard about looks is shallow, and she calls hers self-awareness. That double standard runs the entire dating market.
Because they're afraid of the woman calling him a freak, or weird, or creep, or threatening, when he is probably, in most cases, just trying to have a simple interaction and get her number or start a conversation. But I've seen so many TikToks where a woman will go viral for telling a story about how a man came up to her and said something very normal, but she calls him a freak and calls him weird or threatening or whatnot, probably because she just didn't find him attractive. But at the same time that's happening, women really want men to make the first move because they want an assertive man who's brave enough to come talk to a stranger. So I totally understand both perspectives, but they clash. So what do we do about this scenario? No one's talking to anyone, no one's getting any numbers. What do we do?
She spells out the trap properly here. Men say nothing because a normal hello can get them branded a creep. Women want the assertive first move, and they keep the right to punish it at the same time. No man wins a game like that.
And I don't think you should either. Allow me to explain myself. I have two main reasons. Number one, he's just not that into me. Maybe he has a bold personality type, but he saw me and he was like, maybe she's not the one. Valid. Fine. The other reason, he is into me. Maybe he wants to talk to me, but he can't find the words or he can't find the courage. And either one of those, for me, just means we are not a match at this time and place. That's not to say it couldn't emerge later, but he needs to find that within himself to come to me. I am not going to extend that out. And so for me, if I'm approaching men, I'm breaking down those two barriers of entry. And I know for me, with my personality type, I want to weed.
Simple rule from her, the man has to find the courage and cross the room. Here's the thing, it's not the courage that men are lacking, they are just lacking the ability to make stupid decisions. And guys, approaching women these days is a very stupid decision, as many of us know.
Shy men out, and I want to weed men who don't like me that much out. And when I say shy, I don't mean he can't be intimidated or he can't be a little shy, but I need him to be able to overcome that, because there's going to be other areas of life where he's going to have to overcome discomfort and overcome being intimidated when he's asking for a raise, if we are negotiating for a car, if he's having to tell his mother to not bust into our house unannounced. All of these other areas of life, he's going to have a really solid backbone, or I will lose respect for him. So, for those reasons, I do not approach men anymore. I don't ask them for their name. I don't ask them for their number. As always, this is for me. This is for my personality type with my experiences. If you're looking for something different, good luck and God bless.
I love how women create this dynamic, right, where they say, oh, I just want a confident man. But really what they're asking for is they are asking for a man who has no sense of self-preservation. The reason why men are not approaching is because it is a dangerous thing for them to actually do. Because if men get rejected, it doesn't actually just mean a no anymore these days. It can mean a false police report. It can mean ruining your social circle. It can mean ruining your career. It can mean meeting up with someone who is ever increasingly crazy. The list goes on and on. But of course, guys, it's just a filter to weed out the confident men. Keep approaching. Yeah, no, thank you.
I feel like this woman would get hit on if she went to a queer bar. I really do. I think that if she went to a lesbian bar or to a gay bar, she would get hit on by women. I just think that her outfit, the way her hair kind of is, it's like very queer coded. And I think this is like kind of the difference between the male gaze and the female gaze. I don't like fully agree with that, but I can see how her whole aesthetic and aura kind of appeals more towards women, because there were so many women in the comments saying, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, like these men are intimidated by you. And is it possible that there were some men when she went out that found her attractive but were intimidated?
Videos like this are hilarious. This woman has a caption, how I looked and not a single man approached me. The thing is, guys, is looks are not the issue, okay? Men are not approaching you, or approaching you rather, because of how you look typically these days. They are simply not approaching because it is not worth it for them to do.
Absolutely. That could absolutely be the case. But I do think some men probably thought that maybe she was a lesbian or only into women. There were some men in the comments saying they just didn't find her outfit overall attractive. And I'm not saying that she should change her whole vibe to just appeal to men or to get approached when she's out. But it's kind of like if you are a straight woman and you're attracted to men and you're going out and men really aren't checking for you. I'm not saying that you should change your look entirely, but you could make little tweaks here and there that are still you, that are still things that you would want to wear and that you enjoy wearing, but it also gear more towards trying to attract the gender that you're actually interested in. So my personal recommendation, it's getting warmer out, and I've heard from many men that their favorite outfit to wear from women, like almost unanimously, is a sundress. So if you enjoy wearing sundresses, that is the outfit that I would recommend that you wear when you're going out and it gets warmer out to appeal to men. If that is what you want to do, you don't have to, but if you're looking for an outfit that is more male gazy than female gazy, that would be my recommendation. So let me know what you guys think. Bye.
I honestly don't think it really has to do with an analysis of how the woman looks in particular, guys. The fact of the matter is men are making a logical decision not to approach women. There are many women who don't look very fantastic at all, or who look great but will not get approached the same. Men have made a logical decision to not approach women, and that is really what it boils down to. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.